What's going on, guys? It's Cimo, and happy Thanksgiving to each and every one of you. At the time of recording this video, my dinner is currently cooking, but I wanted to do something a little bit different today, and I wanted to kind of just take the time and reflect and really be grateful for how far I've come over this past year. I recently just hit 60,000 subscribers, so consider this like your 60,000 subscribers special, because today I wanted to share some of my most personal and fondest memories when it comes to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game, and really just take the time to appreciate those and kind of really be grateful for those moments and how they transpired to kind of lead me to where I am today. So it's going to be a little bit of story time with Cimo. So starting off with how I even got into this game, I mean, like a lot of people, I've been playing this game since its inception, and going all the way back to the beginning, I was watching the anime, I got totally hooked on the show, and that's of course when I started buying the cards. And I remember this one time, I have this really fond memory where I don't remember the circumstances, but I guess my dad happened to buy 4 booster packs of Pharaoh's Servant. Yeah, we're going back to Pharaoh's Servant, guys. That's how long it's been. And I don't remember if he acquired them through work or if he just happened to purchase them just, you know, to give to me. I don't remember this case. But anyway, out of those 4 booster packs, there was 3 ultra rares in there. I remember there was Chain Destruction, it was Ceasefire, as well as Call of the Haunted. And you guys have to remember, this is back when you didn't get ultra rares like as commonly as you do now, because they've doubled the rarity frequency. So the fact that there was 3 ultras in 4 packs was a little bit crazy. And as you can imagine, as a little kid, I was just absolutely over the moon. Now, of course, this is the time where I wasn't taking the game seriously at all. I was just happy that I just got anything that was, you know, anything not just better than a rare. And it was just like one of the most fondest memories I have of this game. And I don't know why that's stuck and resonated with me for all this time, but it's just one of those memories that I think we all have that we can cherish, especially when it comes back to when we first started playing. Then moving on, as I started progressing and getting older and getting better at the game, I remember that, you know, I wasn't able to get the best cards all the time because you're a little kid and, you know, maybe I had some allowance money from my parents, but other than that, you know, I wasn't just going out and buying cards, you know, like an adult, like a lot of us do now. And I remember my best friend at the time, this is back when BLS was just one of the best cards in the game. I'm not sure if it had just come out or if it was very recent around that time, but BLS was a really expensive card for obvious reasons, because back then it was just an absolute powerhouse. And I remember my best friend at the time actually gave me a copy of BLS because he happened to have 2, and the one he gave me, it wasn't like in the greatest of condition. Like, it was pretty beat up. Like, this is like heavy play we're talking here, but to me, I didn't give a flying fuck, because that means that I had my very own BLS, and I was actually able to play with it, and that to me was something I never even dreamed of having, just because it was such a powerful card. At the time, it was so expensive, and to me, that really meant a lot. So that's one of those moments that I'm extremely grateful for. I actually still have that BLS to this day. I don't know where in my collection it is, but I actually do, as a matter of fact, still have it, because I've held that as a sentiment and kind of as a reminder that every once in a while, you do need to appreciate those little things that other people do for you. Even to them, if it may not seem like the biggest thing, to someone else, it may mean the absolute world. Now, a lot of you guys might not have known that I took a very, I wouldn't say brief hiatus, it was actually a pretty long hiatus from the game, from the period between Teledad up until Dragon Ruler. So that's a pretty substantial period of time. And I remember one of my best friends, Rod, I'd always kept up with Yu-Gi-Oh, but I didn't have any of the cards. I got rid of pretty much everything. And one of my best friends, Rod, he pretty much came back to me and was talking to me about the game. And I'm like, Rod, you know, you're wanting to get me back into it. And he's like, well, why don't I get you back into it? So he actually spent, I forget where he was working at the time, but he spent like $100, $120 or something like that. And he bought me a complete like Blue Eyes Exodia deck, which I know, again, we're talking like, this is just like complete gimmick. But this is back when you're playing the trade-in with the Blue Eyes and the White Stone. And you're trying to just turbo out to get to Exodia as quickly as possible. This is when One Day of Peace was at 3, if that gives you any idea of how long ago this was. But he sent me like the the entire deck. I think I just had to buy like a couple things for myself, and I was just absolutely blown away by that he would actually do that for me, and it felt really special. And, you know, it was something that, you know, maybe as time goes on, we kind of forget some of those things, and it's kind of a perfect time to pretty much to reconjure those memories that we cherish so much, and remember how grateful it is that we have friends like that are willing to go out of our way to do things like that, especially if it's something that they know that we love. Hell, if it wasn't for Rod, frankly, I might not even have this YouTube channel right now, because if it weren't for him rekindling my passion for this game and really getting me back into it, we might not be here today. We might not be at the point where we've achieved over 60,000 subscribers, and it's all due in part not only just to you guys, but there's so many just events that I've just talked about that have really led us up to this point. And it's kind of crazy when you think how all of these events kind of just transcend and meld together and really get us to the point where we're at now. And when you look back, there's just so many things that you can be grateful for. I mean, I'm grateful to my friends as well as my family for supporting me in not only what I love to do, but my full-time job at the moment. I'm grateful for each and every one of my patrons who take their hard-earned money and decide to pledge that to support me, to help bring you guys all of the Yu-Gi-Oh content that I strive to bring you every single day. And then there's all of you guys, all 60,000 of you. I think we're even above 60,000 right now. I think we're at like 61. I mean, the pace that we're growing at is just astronomical, and every time I go to an event, you guys are just coming up to me and giving me so much praise. I've had people come up to me saying that they've topped regionals because of my videos, that they've, you know, topped even their locals, and even if it's just a small accomplishment like that, it's in turn how life is very cyclical, and the nice things people do for you, I'm in turn giving back to all of you guys, and that's kind of, you know, really the spirit of life and the spirit of Thanksgiving in general. So I really just wanted to take today to share those moments with you, and I hope all of you guys are enjoying that time with your families. Oh, did you hear that? I think our meal is actually ready. So guys, in the honor of Thanksgiving, we have our meal here. If you guys don't know, I actually lost a bet to myself that when I called Spiral Double Helix and that it was going to be anything less than a secret rare, I said I would eat a card. And there's no way that card is going to be anything other than a secret rare. No fucking way. If that card is anything but a secret rare, I will, like, eat a card on live stream. I will eat, like, a Spiral something. I don't know, whatever I can find. I'll eat something on live stream. But it's gonna be a secret rare. Well, my Thanksgiving dinner is now ready, and I'm gonna do what I said because I am in fact a man of my word. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's a little bit different, but we'll get back to the normal Yu-Gi-Oh content coming up soon. Let me know down in the comments what your guys' favorite memories are when it comes to this game. I'd really love to hear all the stories you guys have, because I'm sure each one of you guys has a really sentimental story to share in the comments, and considering it's Thanksgiving, I think that would make for a really good time. So guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Be sure to like the video as always, subscribe to the channel for more amazing Yu-Gi-Oh content, and if you really enjoyed this video, consider backing me on Patreon, because just by pledging only $1 a month, you're investing in my ability to continue bringing you amazing Yu-Gi-Oh content. So happy Thanksgiving, guys, and we'll see you next time.